timer. All right. Hey everybody, I'm Joe. I'm an alcoholic.
Hi, Joe.
And I had no idea I was on the FBI list when I walked in here. Yeah, my sobriety date is October 20th, 2024, and I have a sponsor. And this is the second time ever I've ever spoke at one of these things. So forgive me if I'm a little bit nervous here, but I'll let God take it from here. Really. Yeah, my experience, strength, and hope. Let's see. First of all, I just like to, if we could just have one quick little moment of silence, because I've learned that in this thing that if I just take a quick moment of silence, it invites God and our higher power to the meeting. And so maybe I could speak more honestly that way. So if you guys would allow me to do that, I'd appreciate that for 1 second. So. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I grew up in Maple Valley and 48 years old. And, I'm not going to get into a whole hell of a lot of the past, but I basically, I had a really kind of crazy upbringing growing up. And I grew up in kind of a secret sect cult. And I was born into it, and we were forced to go to church 3 times a week and share in rooms called meetings about a book about the Bible, right? And it was called the Church with No Name and the 2x2 cult, and it's pretty under the radar. Not a lot of people know about it. There's a lot of stuff that's come to light recently. Like ABC News did a special on. There's been some sexual allegations in it. Anyways, I grew up in that, and my family left that at the age of 13, and basically it was like having your whole childhood kind of wiped clean. Like all your friends and people growing up were excommunicated. So and at that age my mom suffered some extreme mental health crises, and tried to take her own life in front of me at the age of 13. And so I was in and out of Harborview Psych Ward at a very young age with her. And so that's when I discovered drugs and alcohol at a very young age, and at 13 years old. And from 13 years old until 31, that was basically I'm learning all this stuff, but that was my remedy or solution to this disease, to untreated alcoholism. I believe that I was an alcoholic from birth, really. I could have had any kind of childhood, but it end up this way. Really, that's how I believe about it right now. But so I had a big resentment towards God, and there's a lot of wreckage. And I ended up going to treatment in 2008. I flew across the country to Plymouth, New Hampshire, and went to a place called the Plymouth House, which was a 12-step, 30-day program. And I would have 17 years this month, but instead I have 84 days right now. And it sounds crazy to some people, and you guys probably would get it, but normies probably wouldn't. But I'm grateful for all that research in a way, because I know now that I deserve that seat over there and I belong in these rooms, and I have fully surrendered to the fact that I am alcoholic. And I just those years of in and out of the program, or I got 30 days, worked the steps back in 2008, to back up a little bit, and had a sponsor and did everything all up until working with other people, and then just went to isolation and became just would go back into just doing my own program and being dry, and I made it until 2011, and then I relapsed, and the wheels just came off, man. I just could not stay sober. I'm a blackout drinker, so yeah, it was just it was one of those things, to back up a little bit. During that time, I got married, and my wife had never seen, when I got married, I was a couple of years sober, and my wife had not seen me. About a year into us hanging out, she was like, well, do you really need to go to those meetings? I was down to one meeting a week. And she's like, do you really need to go to that stuff? You don't need to do that stuff anymore. She had never seen what it was like. And when I picked up in 2011, it was just like popping, like what it says in the book here, just popping the top. And I was right back to where I was in the winter of 2007 when I almost died from this thing. And so I was just in and out for years and years. I'd get a couple of years at a time and not just fully surrender to this thing, right? Not fully give myself to this program. It's just, I always seem to have one foot in the door here. And this time around, on October 19th, I woke up on a floor up in West Seattle, in just horrific condition. And I honestly believe on that night, on October 19th, I did my first, second, and third step on that day. Not formally or anything, but I can't do this on my own. I have to have this program, and I have to be working a program. I have to be talking to people, having phone numbers, and going to meetings every day. If not every day, every other day. My thing is I try every single day to get to a meeting. And if I try that and have that mindset, if I miss one, at least I'm trying to go and I'm listening to a sober podcast, or doing the work. And so anyways, on October 19th, I was, basically close to dying. And I just decided I needed to give this thing a shot. So I dove back into the program and got a sponsor, and started hitting a meeting every single day. And I've started working the steps. I'm on step 4 right now, on my 4th step. And it's life right now is not super easy. Since I went out last time, I had a construction business that I basically was running, that was pretty successful from 2017 to 2022, and I smoked that away. And I just decided to stop paying any taxes at all. So I owe probably a couple $100,000 worth of taxes. My marriage is hanging on a thread. There's a lot of wreckage. I have 3 kids that live in my house. I have one kid who might be schizophrenic. I have another daughter that wants to kill herself. But I'm here, and you know what I mean? It's like one of those things where it's like, my life is completely fucked right now. And if it wasn't for you guys in this program, I would be out there and be even more crazier than I am right here. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't fucking imagine going through what I'm going through right now without the program and without people like Bob here, who I've learned, that I'm curing now, through, but I'm by texting him every day, these little messages. But I text a lot of people. I got those phone numbers on the first week or so, and I've kept them, and I've hit those people up, and I use them on a daily. And they might be a little bit sick of hearing from me, or maybe they're grateful from hearing from me. But that's what this thing is all about, is like that fellowship keeps us in here, but also the program is working the steps, for me, it's kind of, I've learned that there's 2 separate things. There's the program and the fellowship, and they both work together, but you have to do both. You can't just do the fellowship, which I did for years, just meetings, and not doing anything. Or there's this me thinking, oh, I can just fucking meditate and make my own list up here, and not, just, I'm a crazy person at that point. yeah, this right now I'm on my 4-step, and I'm just making that list, and I'm seeing this pattern right now. I'm doing it just like how it lays out in the book, right? I know this isn't a 4-step speaker meeting or anything, but like, I'm making those columns just like how it shows in the book. And I'm just, me being honest with myself, is a new thing at 48 years old, and that's what this disease does to you. It's just, if you don't, I'm just an alcoholic. I'm a liar, and I'm a professional liar and selfish person that, I'm always looking out for me. So I'm excited to get to that step, to get through that 4-step to where I could block the things in myself, that block me from God, from my higher power. And so I can help others, and that's another thing that I've also learned is that just doing little things right now early on, just if a lady has a cart, out in the grocery store, just like, and not telling people about it, that's a new thing to me. My thing was always like, oh, look at what I fucking did there. Look at that good deed I did there, especially when I had my business. And it's really good being here, and I'm really grateful to be here and to be sober and to have these 84 days right now, because it's just I feel like, I don't know, I just feel grateful for it, because I don't know where I would be at. I probably wouldn't be here without this program. So yeah, I'm trying to think of other stuff. I know I'm usually used to sharing only 10 minutes, so I still have 3 minutes here. So I will say that, like a part of like my program back before I was working the program, and when I was out there trying to do it my way, and just not doing anything, just staying dry. The last time I relapsed in 2017, weed took me out. So I was on a marijuana maintenance program for a long time. And then that turned into a mushroom maintenance program, and then opioid, doing what we do. And, I would have these moments of clarity, not moments of clarity, but just moments of where I would tell my kids, I'm not gonna drink tomorrow or today, or I'm done with weed. And then I'd turn right back around and do the same thing. It was like that for years with me. So for me to be here at 84 days and to be able to, this is the first time I've had, if I don't screw up on January 17th, I'll have 90 days. And that's the first time I'll have that since 2017. It's going to be a slow build. There's no pink cloud right now for me, obviously. But I'm just going to keep coming back and working it. And all I can do is just show up, right? So, show up and do the steps and put one foot in front of the other. So thanks for hearing me ramble here for a little bit. And it's really good to be a suspect. So I got a minute left.